You might think that you are not a habit person. You don't do well with habits. You can't keep up habits. A lot of people with ADHD feel that way, and it's because they have approached habits in a way that does not really work for their brain. Habits can be hard for a lot of people, but why are they particularly hard for people with ADHD? Couple reasons that I see a lot in myself and in my coaching calls. Number one is that we like to go really big. That's the excitement, is this big change and this just total renovation of our lives. And so we want to start really big with habits, and that makes it really hard for them to stick. I think about it like planting a plant. I'm really bad at keeping plants alive, and I'm kind of bad at keeping habits alive, honestly, but I've learned to work with that. I've not gotten any better with the plants. But even I know that if I get a plant and I come home and I take it out of its pot and I just throw it on the ground outside, it's not going to live long. Maybe I'll live for a week or not even, and it's going to wilt and die. I've not dug out a space where it can get rooted and get strong and get established. Well, that's what we do a lot of times with habits. We might want to be somebody who runs 30 minutes. So we just start running 30 minutes. And it's not had any way to ramp up and get rooted and get strong. And so we do that for maybe a week or 2 weeks, but inevitably it dies. It's not true for everybody. It's not just an ADHD thing, but I see it a lot with ADHD. We just really get super excited about these big changes, and we're quick to get discouraged because we start too big. So my advice, if you're going to work on building a habit, you want to go small. Start teeny, teeny, tiny. You have that in your head, how you're going to start, make it smaller than that. Make the thing so tiny that you can't not do it, that it would be almost ridiculous not to do the thing. Do that for a little bit. When that becomes so easy, bump it up a little bit. If you allow yourself to do this kind of snowball method where you're doing a little bit at a time, it'll stick. It's frustrating. So understand that. If you start really tiny, if you want to be somebody who's running 30 minutes and you start with 30 seconds, that's annoying, right? It doesn't have that same dopamine boost explosion. So you need to get better at celebrating that little tiny step. Long before I knew I had ADHD, I had an exercise sticker chart. It had these very cute little frogs. They were so cute. And I was in my 20s, I think, and I had my exercise chart up on my wall, and I had a friend come over and she's like, "Is this a sticker chart?" And I'm like, "Yeah, those are my exercise frogs." And she was like, "I have never seen an adult use a sticker chart." And I felt a little silly, but what I didn't realize then and what I realize now is that was working for me right then to give me a little celebration, a little boost, because my step was small. I was just trying to get it done most days. You want to build those things in if doing that little step is hard for you because it's not good enough, it's not big enough. Find a way to celebrate that tiny piece and build on it gradually. Celebrate each time you build on it. Those are habits that will stick for you. If you lose habits easier than other people, that's okay too. This is another piece of this that matters so much when we have habits, is that we let ourselves start again and start small again. So let's say I was doing my workout frogs, I was exercising, I had a groove going, it was habitual. I go on vacation, I'm gone for a week, I come back and I'm like, I don't exercise anymore. I don't even know what you're talking about. It feels so foreign to me. I'm out of these habits and routines. Most of my habits are like that. If I stop doing them, they drop. And that used to really frustrate me, and now I'm just ready for it. Now I'm like, okay, yeah, that's the way it is. So I ramp up the same way. I start small. If it's not hard for me to do, sometimes I'll just jump right back in. That's fine. But if I'm finding it hard and man, it's day 2, day 3, day 4, I still haven't been able to get back into this thing that I was doing, I go back to starting small. I go back to celebrating the tiny steps. I go back to the snowballing approach. And then in a couple weeks, I'm doing the thing again, versus waiting months to do this big recharge where I'm doing the big thing. It makes such a difference to allow yourself that. So starting small, allowing yourself to restart your habits small. A big way of managing your brain with ADHD is managing your energy. Habits matter because they're moving us towards the things we want to do without spending mental energy every day. And when we make decisions to do things and we deliberate about won't I do this thing, we burn energy. See, the reality for any brain, not just ADHD, is we don't make a lot of good consecutive decisions. If we've spent a lot of energy making a good decision, we're using up that energy. And if you've made a lot of those in a row, it gets harder and harder to make good decisions for future you. Now I know you're thinking, hey, wait, no. I got a guy. And he's super disciplined. He makes dozens of good decisions. The reality is your guy has a lot of habits. What I found is that a lot of people who appear really disciplined are just really habitual people. And they get credit. Like, it's hard to build habits. That takes discipline for everyone. But once they're built, they allow us to downshift into that automatic mode. We don't have to think about make a decision about. Even for those people who I work with who are like, nope, there's nothing. I don't have any habits that serve me. If we start asking questions and look at their day and what that looks like, there are areas in their day or things that they want to happen are happening automatically because of habits. So habits matter for that reason. They give us an energy, a mental energy break, and they move us towards the things that matter to us. We can strategize for that and plan for that ahead of time. And then they're working for us in our day. There's so much to say about habits. There's such a deep dive that we can do. I do that more in my group coaching program where we go really deep into the parts of a habit and in ways to work with our brains and all the other ways we can approach this. If you're not a huge habit person, don't make everything a habit. It's a lot of work on the front end. It's a lot of work to create a habit, even though it saves you so much energy and work later. Pick the things that really matter, what I would consider like a heavy hitter for you, and invest your energy and time in setting up those things in order to help you get the things done that matter to you. Focus on those. Be picky. Don't turn everything into a habit, or you're probably not going to want to do any of it. So that's all for today about habits. If you want a deeper dive, I will be putting out more videos about habits, but we also do that in my group coaching program as well. We have an entire couple of weeks where we're digging deep on specific habits and how to do that in a way that works for your brain. Check that out if you're interested in it. And if you have any habit tips, share them in the comment section because I would like to hear what works for you.